Stop what you're doing. This is the year your wildest travel dreams come true. Are you ready to make 2025 unforgettable? Imagine holding your passport, heart racing, knowing the world is wide open, just waiting for you to say yes. Hey, adventure seekers! This is not just another video. This is your invitation to the journey of a lifetime. Welcome back, explorers. You're exactly where you need to be. Quick question. Are you ready to break out of the ordinary? Do you feel that itch for something epic, something new? That restless urge to chase adventure, to live a story worth telling? That's the call of the unknown. Can you hear it? The whisper of distant lands calling your name? The craving for moments that will become your favorite memories forever. We all feel it deep down. It's the unstoppable spirit of adventure inside us all. And in 2025, that call is louder than ever. Don't ignore it. This isn't just a list, it's your launchpad to the extraordinary. This is your blueprint for transformation, your guide to the world's most mind-blowing places. Get ready, your world is about to explode with possibility. Are you ready to discover the places that will change you forever? I'm talking about destinations that will blow your mind and open your heart. Ignite your senses, taste the world, feel alive, and fill your soul with wonder you never knew existed. Stop scrolling and start living. This is your moment. Today, we're turning someday into right now. We're diving into the ultimate bucket list, destinations you simply can't miss in 2025. These places are buzzing with energy, waiting for you to arrive, culture that will blow your mind, and once-in-a-lifetime experiences you'll brag about forever. This is your chance to stop dreaming and start planning the most epic year of your life. We're going way beyond the usual. No tourist traps here. I've packed this list with the latest info, hidden gems, and secret spots only locals know. Get ready to experience these countries like a true insider. Let's go! Our journey begins in Japan, a country that feels like it exists in a different dimension. Here, the hyper-modern future doesn't just coexist with the ancient past, they dance together in a mesmerizing, seamless rhythm. One moment you're gazing up at neon-drenched skyscrapers that pierce the clouds in Shinjuku. The next you're wandering down a quiet lane where a centuries-old shrine stands in silent contemplation, the air thick with the scent of incense. The moment you arrive, you're enveloped by a profound sense of respect and harmony. It's a concept known as omotenashi, a deep, selfless hospitality that anticipates your needs before you're even aware of them. It's in the pristine cleanliness of the city streets, the quiet efficiency of the public transport, and the genuine warmth of a shopkeeper's smile. This isn't just politeness, it's a foundational philosophy that creates an atmosphere of collective consideration that is both humbling and deeply comforting. It's a society that functions on an unspoken agreement of mutual care, making you feel not just like a tourist, but a welcome guest. To truly understand this contrast, you must experience Tokyo's Shibuya Crossing. It's a dizzying, exhilarating scramble of humanity, a symphony of light and motion, yet even in this beautiful chaos, there's an unspoken order, a rhythm that makes it all work. Then, you escape to Kyoto, the nation's former imperial capital and the keeper of its soul. Here, time doesn't just slow down, it bends. You can wander through Gion's ancient wooden streets, where you might catch a fleeting glimpse of a geiko on her way to an appointment. Lose yourself in the otherworldly Arashiyama bamboo grove, where sunlight filters through thousands of towering green stalks. Or stand in awe before Kinkaku-ji, the Golden Pavilion, its top 2 floors completely covered in gold leaf, shimmering in its reflection. Each season paints a new backdrop for its splendor, from spring cherry blossoms to a dusting of winter snow. It's a sight so perfect it feels like a dream made real. And if you time your visit right, you'll witness one of the world's most beautiful natural phenomena. Imagine walking beneath a canopy of delicate pink and white petals, a gentle breeze sending a flurry of cherry blossoms drifting through the air like snow. This is the magic of Hanami, the cherished tradition of sakura viewing. For a few short weeks each spring, the entire country is transformed into a breathtaking painting. But it's more than just a picnic. It's a cultural celebration of Mono no Aware, a gentle, poignant awareness of the transient nature of beauty and life. As dusk falls, Paper lanterns are lit for yozakura, or night viewing, casting an enchanting atmosphere over the parks and canals. But the cultural depth of Japan extends far beyond the sakura season. It's found in the spiritual pilgrimage to the Fushimi Inari Shrine, where you walk through tunnels formed by thousands of vibrant red torii gates. Each gate is a donation, a prayer for prosperity, creating an endless sacred path winding up the mountainside. It's in the solemnity of a traditional tea ceremony, a practice guided by the philosophy of wabi-sabi, finding beauty in imperfection and transience. Here, every single movement is a form of art and meditation, and you can immerse yourself completely by staying in a ryokan, a traditional inn. After sleeping on tatami mats and enjoying a multi-course kaiseki dinner, you can experience the ultimate Japanese ritual, soaking in an onsen. Sinking into the mineral-rich geothermally heated water, surrounded by a silent forest or overlooking a misty valley, is a moment of pure, soul-cleansing bliss. And let's talk about the food, which is an art form in itself, a core pillar of Japanese culture. It's a universe far beyond just sushi and ramen, built on principles of seasonality, balance, and exquisite presentation. This is the world of the shokunin, the artisan who dedicates their life to perfecting a single craft. You'll find it in the impossibly light and crispy batter of a perfectly fried tempura, the delicate sweetness of fresh uni served right from the shell, or the smoky, savory char of yakitori grilled over coals in a tiny back alley. Every region has its own specialty, from the savory okonomiyaki pancakes of Osaka to the rich miso broths of Hokkaido. Visiting a market like Tsukiji is an overwhelming assault on the senses, or dive into a depachika, a wonderland of perfectly packaged sweets and delicacies. In Japan, you can have a life-changing meal at a Michelin star restaurant, and the very next day, have an equally profound experience in a tiny ramen shop that has perfected its broth for 50 years. It's a culinary journey with no end, where every meal tells a story of place, season, and passion. Next up, we're heading to a place that feels like another planet entirely. Welcome to Iceland, the land of fire and ice. This is where the raw, untamed power of nature is on full display. The landscape here is constantly being shaped by the forces of volcanism and glaciation, creating a world of dramatic contrasts. You can walk on a black sand beach one minute and stand on a 1,000-year-old glacier the next. The air itself feels different here, crisp, clean, and charged with a primal energy. It's a country that reminds you just how small we are in the face of nature's immense power. The fire aspect of Iceland is impossible to ignore. The island sits on the mid-Atlantic ridge, a hotbed of geothermal activity. You can see this in the bubbling mud pots of Heverir, the steaming vents that dot the landscape, and the explosive power of geysers like Stroker, which erupts every few minutes, shooting boiling water high into the sky. You can even swim between two continents at the Silfra Fissure, where the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates are slowly drifting apart. This geothermal energy isn't just a spectacle. It powers the country and heats natural lagoons like the famous Blue Lagoon, an ethereal spa experience. Then there's the ice. Iceland is home to some of Europe's largest glaciers, vast ice caps that cover entire mountain ranges. Vatnajökull, the largest of them all, is a world of its own, with deep blue ice caves that you can explore in the winter months. Walking inside one of these caves is a surreal experience, like being inside a giant sapphire. The glaciers also feed stunning lagoons like Jökulsárlón, where massive icebergs break off and float out to sea, washing up on the nearby Diamond Beach like sparkling jewels on black velvet. But when the sun sets on Iceland's dramatic landscapes, an entirely different kind of magic awakens. This is a land that offers one of the most coveted and truly celestial shows on Earth. The Aurora Borealis, the legendary Northern Lights. This ethereal spectacle isn't magic, but pure science, a cosmic collision of charged particles from the sun, carried on solar winds, striking the Earth's magnetic field. As these particles funnel towards the poles and hit our atmosphere, they excite atoms of oxygen and nitrogen, causing them to glow. From the first crisp nights of September until the lingering twilight of April, Iceland's long, dark nights provide the perfect canvas. The sky ignites, not with a static glow, but with a dynamic, silent ballet. Curtains of brilliant green, the most common color from oxygen atoms, ripple and fold across the heavens. Look closely, and you might see the lower edges blush with rare pinks, or the highest altitudes shimmer with violets and deep purples. It's no wonder ancient Norse legends saw these lights as the reflections from the shields of the Valkyries, guiding fallen warriors to Valhalla. To see them is to feel a connection to both the cosmos and ancient myth, and witnessing this phenomenon firsthand is a profoundly humbling and spiritual experience, one that grounds you to the planet while simultaneously connecting you to the vastness of the universe. Imagine it. You're standing in the profound, silent darkness of the Icelandic wilderness. The air is so cold it stings your lungs, and your breath plumes in the faint starlight. Then, it begins. A faint, pale arc stretches across the horizon. You wait, holding your breath, and suddenly it intensifies, pulsing with an otherworldly energy. This is a moment of pure, unadulterated magic that a camera sensor can never truly replicate, the feeling of being a tiny spectator to a galactic event. It's a bucket list item for a reason, a celestial dance that feels both personal and infinite, a memory seared not just into your mind, but into your very soul. But the aurora is a fickle performer. Seeing it requires dedication. It becomes a nightly ritual, checking the meteorological forecast for clear skies and the aurora forecast for solar activity. The anticipation builds throughout the day, a thrilling game of chance played with the weather and the sun itself. To maximize your chances, you must escape the light pollution of Reykjavik and venture into the profound darkness of the countryside. This is where the hunt and the real adventure truly begins. For a truly epic chase, join a guided Super Jeep tour. These are not ordinary vehicles. They are monster trucks on steroids, capable of fording rivers and climbing snow-covered glaciers. Your expert guide will navigate the treacherous terrain, taking you deep into the rugged highlands to places no rental car could ever reach. They are masters of the hunt, using local knowledge and real-time data to find breaks in the clouds. As you stand in a secluded valley, they'll unravel the science and stories behind the lights, all while you warm your hands with a flask of rich Icelandic hot chocolate. For those with a fiercely independent spirit, renting a camper van offers the ultimate freedom. You become a modern-day explorer, charting your own course. Find a secluded spot by a frozen waterfall or a lonely black sand beach. Make dinner and wait. The van becomes your cozy base camp, a warm haven from which you can emerge the second the sky begins to glow. Or consider a completely different perspective, a Northern Lights cruise. Out on the dark waters of the North Atlantic, far from any terrestrial light, the sky feels impossibly vast. Seeing the aurora reflected on the ocean surface is a double spectacle, a truly mesmerizing sight. Whether by land or by sea, the thrill of the chase, the planning, the waiting, the sudden glorious reward is an integral part of this unforgettable experience. But Iceland's allure doesn't fade with the sunrise. In fact, the daylight reveals a raw, primal landscape that begs to be explored. This is a playground for adrenaline junkies and outdoor enthusiasts, a country forged by fire and ice where adventure is etched into the very DNA of the land. The opportunities for adventure are as vast and varied as the terrain itself. In winter, the glaciers call. Strap on a pair of crampons, grab an ice axe, and step onto the ancient ice of Vatnajökull. Led by a guide, you'll navigate a surreal world of deep blue crevasses and towering ice sculptures. The crunch of ice underfoot is the only sound in a world of white and brilliant blue. And deep within these glaciers lies another of Iceland's winter wonders, the crystal ice caves. Crawling through a tunnel of ice to emerge inside a cavern of sapphire blue, with light filtering through the dense ice above, is like stepping into a giant frozen jewel. It's a fleeting magical experience, as these caves form and melt anew each year. For a higher-octane glacial experience, fire up a snowmobile and race across the vast, white expanse of Langjökull. The roar of the engine, the whip of the wind, and the endless panorama of snow and sky create an exhilarating sense of freedom. When summer melts the snow, the highlands burst into impossible color. Hike the trails of Landmannalaugar, where mountains are painted in psychedelic shades of rhyolite, reds, greens, yellows, and blues, and steam rises from natural hot springs dotted across the landscape. For the ultimate geological adventure, take a journey to the center of the Earth by descending 120 meters into the dormant magma chamber of the Thrinakagigir volcano. Dangling from an open elevator, you enter a cavernous space filled with a kaleidoscope of mineral-stained colors, a cathedral of volcanic creation that has been silent for 4,000 years. This hands-on spirit of adventure is what truly defines the Icelandic experience. It's a country that demands more than passive observation. It invites you to actively participate, to feel the raw elements, to touch its geological soul. You can feel it while horseback riding on a sturdy, sure-footed Icelandic horse, a breed unique to the island. Experience their famous fifth gate, the Tolt, a smooth ride that allows you to glide effortlessly through moss-covered lava fields. You can feel it when you plunge into the near-freezing, crystal-clear waters of the Silfrafisher. This is the only place on Earth where you can snorkel or scuba dive directly between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. The visibility is over 100 meters, a surreal journey through a liquid world of impossible blues and greens. Feel it on the black sand beaches of Reynisfjara on the south coast, where colossal basalt columns rise from the sand like a church organ, and the powerful waves of the Atlantic crash with relentless force. It's a place of stark, dramatic beauty that reminds you of nature's awesome power. And you feel it when you're simply braving the biting wind and cold, standing for hours in the dark, all for that one fleeting chance to see the aurora dance. Iceland is more than a destination. It's an expedition. It challenges you, it inspires you, and it changes you. It promises not just beautiful photographs, but true, heart-pumping, life-affirming adventures that become a part of who you are, leaving you with stories of fire, ice, and light to tell for a lifetime. All right, guys, next up on our 2025 bucket list, we're heading way down under, pulled straight out of a fantasy movie. New Zealand, Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud. Step off the plane, and you get it. The air is crisper, cleaner, full of promise. A place you experience with every sense. Dramatic contrasts ahead, snow-capped peaks, lush rainforests, geothermal wonders bubbling up, one of the most beautiful places on Earth. Driving the South Island, jaw on the floor. Every turn reveals a new vista. Towering southern Alps, glacier-covered peaks, impossibly blue lakes, Lake Takapo, Lake Pukaki, scenery that makes you feel tiny, humbling and unforgettable. Fjords, yes, the fjords. Milford Sound, Doubtful Sound. Cruise through glacier-carved valleys, sheer rock faces rising from dark water, waterfalls cascading down, seals on the rocks, dolphins in the wake. Majestic, quiet, prehistoric, a must-do. Not just the big stuff, the little things too. Now, if you think New Zealand is just about pretty landscapes, a serene escape into nature, you are in for a serious, heart-pounding surprise. Because while the beauty is undeniable, it serves as the backdrop for something far more intense. This country, and specifically the town of Queenstown, is the undisputed adrenaline capital of the world. The air here literally buzzes with energy. You can feel it the moment you arrive, a collective excitement shared by people from every corner of the globe, all here for one reason: to push their limits. If you have even a drop of thirst for adventure, Queenstown isn't just your holy grail, it's an all-you-can-drink fountain of pure, unadulterated thrills. And the pilgrimage for every adrenaline junkie starts right here at the Kawarau Bridge. This is the birthplace of commercial bungee jumping, where A.J. Hackett and Henry Van Ash turned a wild idea into a global phenomenon. Taking that leap of faith from this historic bridge is more than just a jump. It's a tribute to the spirit of Kiwi innovation and audacity. I've done it, and let me tell you, the feeling of plummeting towards the turquoise river is a sensory overload. The wind screams past your ears, your stomach seems to be left behind on the platform, and for a few heart-stopping seconds, you are completely weightless. Then comes the rebound, a powerful surge as the cord catches you and you're catapulted back towards the sky. It's pure, unadulterated adrenaline. It's that internal battle, the moment of hesitation, the calm voice of the operator giving the countdown, and then pure, absolute freedom. It's a rite of passage for any thrill-seeker visiting New Zealand, a story you'll tell for the rest of your life. And if Kawarau awakens your inner daredevil, Queenstown has more. The Nevis Bungee, A staggering 134-meter drop from a pod suspended over a canyon offers an 8.5-second freefall that will truly test your nerve. But bungee jumping is just the beginning of Queenstown's adventure menu. Want to feel speed on the water? Go jet boating through the dramatic, narrow canyons of the Shotover River. This isn't a gentle cruise. It's a high-speed thrill ride where expert drivers skim inches from the canyon walls before throwing the boat into a dizzying 360-degree spin. The sound of the engine reverberates off the rock, and the spray of glacial water is a shocking, exhilarating wake-up call. Prefer your thrills in the air? How about skydiving from 15,000 feet over Lake Wakatipu? The plane ride up offers a panoramic view of the entire region, a sprawling canvas of snow-capped peaks and sapphire water. Then the door opens, the wind rushes in, and you're out. The free fall is a minute of sensory overload before the parachute opens, and a serene, breathtaking silence descends. You get a bird's-eye view of Middle-earth itself before your feet touch the ground. And the list goes on. There's canyon swinging, a terrifyingly fun hybrid of a bungee jump and a giant swing. You can battle the raging rapids of the Shotover or Kawarau rivers on a whitewater rafting trip. For a full-body immersion, try canyoning, abseiling down waterfalls, jumping into crystal-clear pools, and sliding down natural water slides. And in winter, the mountains transform into a world-class playground, with the Remarkables and Coronet Peak offering some of the best skiing and snowboarding in the Southern Hemisphere. New Zealand doesn't just encourage you to step outside your comfort zone, it shoves you right out of it, and you'll thank it for the experience. But the country also offers a different kind of adventure, one that's measured in footsteps, not heartbeats per minute. Beyond the adrenaline, the outdoor adventures continue into some of the most pristine wilderness on Earth. New Zealand is home to 10 meticulously maintained multi-day hiking trails known as the Great Walks. These aren't just trails, they are national treasures. Take the Milford Track, often called the finest walk in the world. For 4 days, you'll journey through the heart of Fiordland National Park, a landscape carved by glaciers. You'll traverse breathtaking mountain passes, wander through ancient moss-draped beech forests that feel straight out of a fantasy novel, and listen to the symphony of waterfalls cascading down sheer granite cliffs. At night, you'll stay in comfortable Department of Conservation huts, sharing stories with fellow hikers from around the world. It's a chance to completely disconnect from the noise of the modern world, to turn off your phone and tune into the rhythm of nature. Whether it's the alpine grandeur of the Kepler Track or the golden beaches of the Abel Tasman, completing one of these hikes isn't just a physical achievement, it's a mental reset, a profound reconnection that will stay with you forever. But to truly understand New Zealand, you must connect with its soul. And that soul is its unique Maori culture, which is woven into the very fabric of the nation. This isn't a culture preserved behind glass. It's a living, breathing part of modern Kiwi life. You can feel its power when you witness the haka, a ceremonial challenge that is both intimidating and deeply moving. You can see its beauty in the intricate punamu, or greenstone carvings, each with its own story and spiritual significance. The Maori people have a profound connection to the land, a concept known as kaitiakitanga, or guardianship. This respect for nature is something you feel everywhere. To experience their legendary hospitality, or manaakitanga, share in a traditional hangi feast where food is cooked in an earth oven. Learning about their traditions, their myths, and their art doesn't just add context to your trip. It gives you a much richer, more meaningful appreciation for this incredible country. It's this incredible, seamless blend of breathtaking nature, heart-pounding adventure, and a deep, welcoming culture that elevates New Zealand from a beautiful place to a life-changing one. It's a country of dualities, where you can experience absolute serenity one moment and pure terror the next, where ancient traditions coexist with modern thrills. It's a place that reminds you how it feels to be truly, vibrantly alive. It's a destination that challenges you, changes you, and leaves an indelible mark on your soul. For 2025, don't just plan a vacation. Plan a transformation. Put New Zealand at the very top of your list. Trust me, you have to go.